It's my privilege to host this IELTS speaking live session. I am Aishwarya Sandeep from Tijus Academy, Tiruvalla. I welcome everyone to this live session. I hope all you guys' preparations are going very good. And I'm sure that the students who is going to appear for the 10th exam are well prepared. I wish all the success. May God bless you and grant you all that you're wishing for. Last week, due to some connection problem, I could not resume my class. I was dealing with collocations. I'm sure that you guys were thorough with that topic now. There were 2 slides left with 2 exercise. So I would like to start with a continuation of collocations. And today I'm planning to take fluency, that is how fluent or what is the importance of being fluent in IELTS speaking. Maria Jose, very good morning. Thank you for joining our live session. How important is to sound natural? So that's what I'm going to deal today. So for the initial minutes, I would like to wait for the regular students to join our session. So meanwhile, let's see how you guys are thorough with collocations, which I have taught you last week. Jisna, good morning. Riza Sheikh, good morning. Very good morning, dear. Thank you for joining. So I hope you guys have already watched the previous video. If you haven't, please go through it. In that video, that is the live session which I have taken last week, I have dealt with collocations, which is a very essential part in IELTS speaking as well as IELTS writing. So if you haven't gone through it, please go through it and be thorough with it, okay? Good morning, Aparna. Good morning, Betsy. Very good morning. Thank you for joining the session. Let's wait a few more minutes for the regular students to join. Atira, good morning. Reisa, you can enroll by contacting our Tijus Academy. We provide online as well as offline sessions. Currently, I'm taking this live from our Tiruvalla branch. And we have one in Mavelikara as well, so you can contact. And after this live session, I'm sure from our office, they'll be contacting you if you're willing to enroll for our course. We have online as well as offline too. So I'll make sure that they will contact you, Reisa. So I think many of have joined this session. So I would like to resume the class where I have stopped previously, that is collocations. Anybody remember what is collocations? We are familiar with synonyms, we are familiar with conjunctions, we are familiar with linking words, we are familiar with connectors. Then tell me what is collocations. Let's see how many of you have revised, because this is a very important topic in IELTS speaking. Actually, we use on a daily basis, but we don't realize this words come under collocations. So tell me, what is collocations? Okay, good morning, Arun. Thank you for joining our session. Okay, many of that typing. Collocation is join words. Okay, let's see what others has to say about it. Conjoined words. It is not conjoined words, Anil. you are near to the answer, but not exactly conjoined words. Okay, I will say collocations are words that naturally go together. That is, two words going together. And we were doing few exercises over there. So there is two examples here, which I have said: powerful engine and strong engine. So you can tell me which is correct, like more appropriate way of saying which is correct. You guys can comment here so that I will know whether you are thorough with this topic or not. Okay. Some of you have said powerful engine. Let's see what others has to say about it. So everybody is going for powerful engine. Is there anybody who says strong engine? Okay, please. Okay, many of you are saying powerful engine. The answer is correct. I would like to take a minute break. 1 second. I'm sorry for the inconvenience caused. So let's move to the next slide. So those who said powerful engine, very good. Why strong engine is not the appropriate word? Because both are similar words. Powerful means what? ശക്തി ഉള്ളതാണെന്നല്ലേ? സ്ട്രോങ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ശക്തി എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. But why powerful is better than strong? Because when you sound it, powerful goes well with the word engine. Okay. So when you say about some physical strength, like for example, ഞാൻ ഭയങ്കര ശക്തിയുള്ള ആളാണ് എന്ന് പറയുവാണെങ്കിൽ you can say I'm a strong person. It's not like I'm a powerful person. It's not like I possess some supernatural powers, right? Good morning, Juna. So that's the reason why powerful goes well with the word engine. So powerful is better than the word strong. Okay. Likewise, let's see two more exercise. Arjit Singh published many superhit songs, and the next line says Arjit Singh released many superhit songs. So which one is better, published or released? Please comment here your suggestions. That is the correct answer. Good morning, Devika. Thank you for joining the session. So tell me, which is better, published or released? Good morning, Ranjini. Thank you for joining. Let's see how many of you have been going through this the same and are thorough with the same topic. I have already mentioned in the beginning which words or how words goes together with another word. Good morning, Sneha. So there are two sentences here. What do you think is a more appropriate way of saying published or released? Please comment. Okay, I can see. Good morning, Maya. Maya is saying published. Okay, Maya, thank you for commenting. Let's see what others has to say about it. Okay, Ria is saying released. Okay. So we have two troop here who says public as well as released. So let's see who goes majority with the word. Okay, I've got two people saying published. Okay, so Kripa is also saying published. Okay, thank you, Priya. Meera is saying released. Okay, so we have two people now for released. Let's see. Shija is also saying released. Okay. So I think now the majority says released. And well, very good. The answer is released. Arjit Singh released many super hit songs. Why publish is not the right word to go with that sentence? കാരണം രണ്ടിൻ്റെ മീനിങ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് സിമിലർ ആണല്ലേ. പബ്ലിഷ്ഡ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താണ്, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു പുതിയത് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് നമുക്ക് പബ്ലിഷ്ഡ് എന്ന് പറയാം. റിലീസ്ഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും സെയിം മീനിങ് ആണ്. ഒരു ന്യൂ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പുതിയ എന്തെങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ ആൾക്കാരിൽ എന്താണ് എത്തിക്കുന്നു, അതിനെയാണ് റിലീസ്ഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ബട്ട് വൈ റിലീസ്ഡ് ഈസ് എ ബെറ്റർ വേർഡ് ദാൻ പബ്ലിഷ്ഡ്? ക്യാൻ യു അസോസിയേറ്റ് why did you say this answer? Yes, very good, Ria. When you say released, that is associated with the word songs, whereas published can be more related to books. Very good. That's the correct way of saying it, because when you release a book, you can say so and so person published the book. Whereas song is something which you can, say released. The word which goes well with the word songs is released. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let's move to one more exercise. Here, please identify what is or which is the natural collocations. Our baby is due next week. The next sentence says, our baby is coming next week. Which is the best word, or which sentence you feel is more natural or been better? Sinu is saying due. Okay, Sinu. Meera is also saying due. I think we are familiar with the word due. Okay. The answer is again due is the correct word, because due ennu parnalum coming ennu parnalum almost similar aanu, but then the word which goes very well is due. Coming എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം വരുന്നു എന്ന് പറയാം. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ബേബി പുതിയ എന്താണ് ഈ വേൾഡിലോട്ട് വരുന്നു അല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബർത്ത് പ്രോസസ്സ് ആയത് കാരണം നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചുകൂടി ബെറ്റർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വേർഡ് ഡ്യൂ ആണ്, ബെറ്റർ ദാൻ കമ്മിങ്. ഓക്കെ, so that was the end of collocation. So last week I could not complete these slides due to some connection errors. So like I said before, I would dealing with linking words today. So there's a quote which says all great achievements requires time. Yes, Be it anything in our life, when it is a test or any hurdles in front of us, we need to have what? We need to make use of a time. Be it any exam, and considering IELTS exam, we need to prepare a lot. Okay, so be positive in life, and I wish all the success for all the students and all the people out there. So I would like to start the next session, that is like the words which we commonly use for our IELTS speaking, that is linking words. Okay. So what do you mean by linking words? Okay, and linking words in IELTS speaking are really important to help to improve your fluency, and it helps you to make you sound more natural and relatable when you are speaking. Okay, and it is a very important thing in IELTS speaking to be very natural, because we are not supposed to say an answer which is by hearted. The interlocutor or the examiner will find that you are not giving a natural answer. You are by hearted from some portions, and you are just dictating or reciting whatever you have learned. So it's very important for the IELTS speaking, and especially for your warm-up session, because warm-up session is something where they are going to ask you about your personal details and your likes and dislikes and whatnot. Under the sun, they can ask you anything related to yourself. Yeah, so you cannot talk in a manner where you are being repeatedly thorough with that content, and say like as if you are learned to say a speech or something, because it's very important to sound very natural, especially for your IELTS speaking. Okay, so sounding natural is the key to get a high score or high band in IELTS speaking. Because in order to get a very good band, that's above 7, you are supposed to use linking words for IELTS, and mainly for connecting two phrases. I'm sure that you're aware with linking words, okay? And today I would like to make you guys thorough with the 2 linking words. And I will be continuing next sections with the linking words as well, because we have n number of linking words for IELTS speaking. So today I would like to take 2 linking words specifically. Okay. And what are linking words? They are also referred to as conjunctive words. Simply to put, linking words are like glue to stick your sentences and ideas together. Okay, and they help you to connect your sentences, and they are really important to show you are, you can organize your ideas coherently in IELTS. What do you mean by coherently? That means fluently, from one question to another. How well you jump, or how do you connect those 2 questions together? That's what do you mean by coherence. Because coherence and fluency is one of the criteria to mark your IELTS speaking. I'm sure that you are aware about it. They are also known as cohesive devices or connectors. We can use a lot of linking words in both speaking as well as writing. However, there are quite a few that should only be used in writing, and others that should only be used in speaking. Many of the students find it very hard to distinguish between the linking words which is used for speaking as well as writing, because we have a lot of connectors and linking words which we use for task 1 and 2, especially task 2 in IELTS writing, whereas many of them mix those connectors with your IELTS speaking. Like I said, in IELTS speaking, the interlocutor or the examiner looks for your natural way of saying the answers, not using a lot of connectors which is used for your writing. So today I'll be dealing with those connectors which only you should use in speaking, whereas the others used for your writing. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes many students make it to use academic or written English connectors in IELTS speaking. They sometimes use the following: nevertheless, furthermore, thus, it can be concluded that. So in a nutshell, these words are supposed to be used in your task 2, not for your speaking. Okay? Because these words are familiar to you. Furthermore means what? എന്തെങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് അഡീഷണലി നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ വേണ്ടി വരുമ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മൾ furthermore പറയുക. Thus പറയുന്നത് എന്തിനാണ്? നമ്മൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും കൺക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് thus യൂസ് ചെയ്യാം. ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി കൺക്ലൂഡഡ് ദാറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയാം. ലൈക്ക് യു ആർ സേയിങ് സംതിങ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു എ ടോപ്പിക് ആൻഡ് യു ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു കൺക്ലൂഡ് ഇറ്റ്, ആൻഡ് ടുവേർഡ്സ് the end you can say it can be concluded that, but not for your speaking. Okay, make sure that you don't make this mistake for your coming exam, especially for your warm up session and all. So this just doesn't sound natural. In IELTS speaking, you need to use natural spoken linking words. So in this live session, I'll be focusing on spoken linking words to use for your IELTS speaking. Okay, so the first one is firstly. This is something which we commonly use. Okay, so the other linking words or the words which is similar to firstly is to kick off, first off, first of all, at, or from the outset. So you can say at the outset, or you can say from the outset. Just the meaning is from the beginning. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. If you're going to speak for your IELTS speaking, and when you want to introduce something about anything which is asked you, you can say to kick off. You can start the sentence by saying all these words. Okay, so let's move to another exercise to check whether you guys are thorough with it or not. Good morning, Reshma. The question says, is it a good idea to always eat healthy food? So I would say, yes, I would say so, dash. A healthy diet helps people to feel better, and we can also live longer. So which is better, to kick off or additionally? Please comment your answers so that we can check which is the correct word to use here. Two options are given. Out of this, please pick one, which is the appropriate way of saying the sentence. Okay, many of you are commenting. Okay, let's see how many of you can say the answer for this. Meera is saying additionally. Okay, let's see, Meera, what your friends has to say about it. Subin also is saying additionally. Okay. Okay, good morning, Shobna. Good morning, Shiju. Okay. Betty, good morning. Okay, Betty says additionally. Okay, I think many of you have said additionally. Let's see what the answer is. The answer is to kick off. I said in the beginning that there are some words which we are supposed to use only for our speaking, and some words which we use only for our writing. Okay, talking about additionally, the best word or this additionally can be used for your writing rather than your speaking, because it sounds, that is like the word like to kick off. So instead of saying firstly, I will say to kick off. Yes, I would say so. Firstly, instead of saying firstly, I am using the word to kick off. Understand? So when you want to add a more thing, or you want to start something for your writing, use the word additionally. But the better word to use for your speaking is firstly or to kick off. Understand? Let's move to another question. Dash, I am inclined to agree, but it depends on the situation. Dash. So the question is the previous one itself. Is it a good idea to always eat healthy food? അതായത് എപ്പോഴും നല്ല ഹെൽത്തി ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഫുഡ് കഴിക്കുന്നത് നല്ലൊരു ഐഡിയ ആണോ അല്ലയോ എന്നാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. ഓക്കെ, സോ another statement or another answer which can be said is dash, I am inclined to agree. Inclined means what? I agree, but it depends on the situation, dash and dash. Okay, so instead of saying first off or in essentially, which word would be more appropriate here? Because we are dealing with firstly synonyms actually. So which would be the better word here? Amos, good morning. Let's see how many of you are going to say the correct answer here. In essentially, okay. Betty, can you tell me the meaning of in essentially? Because you are saying that in essentially is a more appropriate word here. So could you please tell me the meaning? Shiju is also saying in essentially. Actually, it's a one word, okay, Shiju? Okay, let's see what others has to say about this sentence. Binsi is saying first off. Okay, Binsi. Okay, Benjamin is saying first off. Okay. See, so we are actually on tie now. We have balanced answer. Betty is saying the word in essentially means not essential. Okay, fine. Then how our sentence will be? Not essentially, I am inclined to agree. How negative and positive will be together? You are saying not essential means what? ആവശ്യമില്ല, ഒരു നെഗറ്റീവ് കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഐ എം ഇൻക്ലൈൻഡ് ടു എഗ്രി. പക്ഷേ എന്താണ് പക്ഷേ എന്നുള്ളൊരു വേർഡും ഇല്ല. ഐ എം ഇൻക്ലൈൻഡ് ടു എഗ്രി മീൻസ് വേർഡ് ഞാൻ എഗ്രി ചെയ്യുന്നു. സോ നെഗറ്റീവ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പിന്നെ ഉടനെ എഗ്രി ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഇല്ല. Let's wait for others also to comment. Okay, first off, okay, so now let's see what is the answer. The answer is first off. Like Betty said, in essentially എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നോട്ട് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു സെൻറ്റൻസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ലല്ലോടാ. ലൈക്ക് നോട്ട് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്, ഐ എം ഇൻക്ലൈൻഡ് ടു എഗ്രി എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താണ്, ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് അല്ല പക്ഷെ ഞാൻ എഗ്രി ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഇല്ലല്ലോ. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് സിനോണിയംസ് ആണ് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് എന്നുള്ളത് കേട്ടോ. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ദി ആൻസർ. ലെറ്റ്സ് മൂവ് ടു അനദർ സെൻറ്റൻസ്. Dash, let me just say, most people want to eat healthily, but it is easier said than done. So the options which I have given here is to begin with or first of all. Thank you, Betty. Glad that it was clear to you. So tell me which word is appropriate here. to begin with is what Nimia is saying. Let's wait, Nimia, for others to say about this question. Clara is saying, first of all, okay. Binsi is also saying, first of all. Betty is also saying, first of all, okay. Gigi is also saying, first of all, okay. So I think it's now time to say which is correct answer. First of all is the correct answer. Why? Because to begin with is a word which we can use for our writing. Okay, so there is nothing wrong in using to begin with. Okay, Shani, very good, correct answer. So രണ്ടിൻ്റെ മീനിങ് ഒന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. ടു ബിഗിൻ വിത്ത് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ, ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ എന്ന് വെച്ചാലും സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനാണ് അല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ രണ്ടും സിമിലർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സെയിം വേർഡാണ്. ബട്ട് ഞാൻ ഇതിൻ്റെ ലൈവിൻ്റെ സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് പറഞ്ഞു, നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും കൺഫ്യൂസ്ഡ് ആകുന്നത് സ്പീക്കിംഗ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന കണക്റ്റേഴ്സും റൈറ്റിങ്ങിൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന കണക്റ്റേഴ്സും തമ്മിൽ മിക്കയുള്ളവരും മിക്സ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ മെയിൻ റീസൺ വൈ ഐ എം ടേക്കിംഗ് ദിസ് ലൈഫ്. ഓക്കെ, ബിക്കോസ് കുറേ വേർഡ്സുകൾ നമ്മൾ റൈറ്റിങ്ങിന് യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, സ്പീക്കിങ്ങിന് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഇവിടെ തന്നെ ടു ബിഗിൻ വിത്ത് എന്നുള്ളത് സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് എവിടെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളതാണ്, റൈറ്റിംഗ് ടാസ്ക് 2. നമ്മൾ എസ്സേ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയ ഒരു കണക്റ്ററാണ് ടു ബിഗിൻ വിത്ത്. വേറാസ് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ, കാരണം റിട്ടൺ ഫോമാറ്റിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു വേർഡാണത്. വേറാസ് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് സ്പീക്കിങ്ങിൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, and the next sentence is dash I'll say yes it is, but it can also be a real struggle. Okay, so which would be the correct answer here, at the outset or furthermore? I hope the sentence is clear to you guys, because this question is the same thing, like is it always important, or is it important to eat healthy food always? That was the question. So the answer inde kore options of answers aanu njan thanneekkunnathu. So at the outset or furthermore I'll say yes it is. അതായത് ഈ പറഞ്ഞ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് I say it is, I'll say. It's not I apostrophe D ആണ്. How it's pronounced? I'll say it is എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താണ്, സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് പറഞ്ഞതുമായിട്ട് I am agreeing, but it can also be a real struggle. Eating healthy is actually important, but it's a real struggle means what? പക്ഷെ ഒത്തിരി കഷ്ടപ്പാടാണ് എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, so how do you start the sentence? At the outset or with the word furthermore? Yeah, many of you are commenting. Yeah, Surya is saying furthermore. Okay, Surya, let's see what others has to say about it. Subin also is saying furthermore. Okay, Subin. Binsi is saying at the outset. Okay. If you have been watching this live from the beginning, for the word, first of all, I have already mentioned few words which is the best to use. So for them it will be easy. Nimia is also saying at the outset. Yes. Very good, Nimia, Binsi, and Shiju. Very good. The answer is at the outset. That means in the beginning. Okay. So in the live session beginning, I already gave some words which can be used for firstly. Okay. Furthermore means what? കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഉള്ളതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ furthermore use ചെയ്തത്. For example, you are going to say about, or you already said about something, or you are already presented an idea and you want to add more information to the same. That's when you use the word furthermore. But here we are going to start the sentence. So how can you say furthermore? Understand the difference. നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഒരു കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞു, അതിന് അഡീഷണൽ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് furthermore പറയേണ്ടത്. അല്ലാണ്ട് ആദ്യമേ നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുമ്പോൾ ഫർദർമോർ പറയാൻ പാടില്ല. Understand? So, firstly എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ at the outset. Okay? So, furthermore is a word which we can use for our IELTS speaking as well as your IELTS writing. Please note down all the small notes, okay? Otherwise, you will tend to forget at the end of our sessions, or if you don't note down all these minute things, you tend to mix match at the end, okay? So, the next one is dash. I'll say yes, it is. But it can also be a tall order sometimes. The words which I have given here is nevertheless and from the outset. Let's see how many of you says the correct one. Okay, Benny is saying from the outset. Okay, Benny. Let's see what others has to say. Okay, Priya is saying from the outset. Binsi is also saying from the outset, so let's wait. Okay. Nimia is also saying from the outset. Anybody with the word nevertheless? Arilla? Okay. Let's see the answer. The answer is from the outset. Firstly, എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിൻ്റെ വേറെ വേർഡാണ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഫ്രം ദി ഔട്ട്സെറ്റ്. സോ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് പറയാൻ പോകുമ്പോൾ വി ക്യാൻ സേ നെവർത്തലെസ് മീൻസ് വാട്ട്? നെവർത്തലെസ് നമ്മൾ എവിടെയാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? Can anybody tell me where nevertheless is used? Okay, Kripa is saying when you're going to start with the positive and then moving to negative. Okay, Kripa, let's see. Anybody else with the explanation of where, how and where, or where to use the word nevertheless? Okay. Okay. So I would like to see the answer. That is from the outset. Okay, Nimia is saying in between a sentence to continue a topic. Nimia, can you be more precise? Like, I understand what you were trying to say. It's a connector, of course. Nevertheless, is a connector which is used between two sentences. But my question is, how can you use this word? Like, for instance, you're going to introduce a positive thing and then you're going to shift to a negative. So positive, one sentence, and a negative sentence. So do you use the word nevertheless in such scenario? That is a positive, nevertheless negative, or positive, nevertheless positive. That's what I want to know. Feba is saying in spite of the factor. Okay. Okay, so anybody else with a different explanation of how and where nevertheless used? Okay, Rajesh is saying when you introduce a sentence positive and when you move to disadvantages, okay, what you're trying to say is it you said about a positive thing and then moving to a negative, is it like that? Please type properly so that it is clear. Okay, fine. Positive, negative. Okay, in such scenarios, like you have introduced about an advantages of a certain topic, and then you say nevertheless, in spite of the factor, like Faber George said, in spite of എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിന് പകരം നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന വേർഡാണ് nevertheless. May I say something positive and then move to negative. Very good. That's when we use the word negative. But here the question or the words which we gave the exercise is based on firstly. Understand? ഫേസ്റ്റ്ലി എന്ന വേർഡ് വെച്ചാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ എക്സസൈസ് അസോസിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ ആദ്യമേ നമ്മൾ പറയാൻ പോകുമ്പോൾ ഒരിക്കലും നെവർത്ത്ലെസ് പറയത്തില്ല. വെൻ യു ആർ സേയിങ് അബൌട്ട് എ പോസിറ്റീവ് തിങ് ആൻഡ് ദെൻ ഷിഫ്റ്റിംഗ് ടു അനദർ നെഗറ്റീവ് തിങ്, ദെൻ യു ക്യാൻ യൂസ് എ വേർഡ് നെവർത്ത്ലെസ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ മേക്ക് ഷുവർ ദാറ്റ് ദ കണക്റ്റേഴ്സ് എവിടെയൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, ഇത് റൈറ്റിങ്ങിലാണോ അതോ സ്പീക്കിങ്ങിലാണോ യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് എന്ന് കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലാക്കണം കേട്ടോ. സോ ഹിയർ ദ സെൻറ്റൻസ് ഈസ് ഇൻസ്റ്റെഡ് ഓഫ് ദ വേർഡ് ഫസ്റ്റ്ലി യു ക്യാൻ സേ from the outset, that is from the beginning or at first or firstly. I'll say yes it is, but it can also be a tall order sometime. Tall order means what? A big hurdle or something, like it's a big thing. That's what it means by tall order. Okay, I hope it's clear to you guys. So I would like to continue our another session next week with the same. So please go through all the linking words, like also furthermore and everything, and make sure or give an exercise yourself whether these type of connectors are used in your IELTS speaking or IELTS writing. Okay, so if you make notes of yourself, I think it will be very beneficial for you in the coming week when I take the live sessions. So I wish all the success for the students who are preparing for the exam, and I would like to continue the sessions of connectors and linking words which can be used in or should be used in IELTS speaking, whereas connectors that only used in writing will be taken or will be continued next week. So prepare a lot of connectors and linking words meanwhile, and good luck to all students who are preparing for the coming 10th exam, and may God bless you. Thank you. Stay tuned.